Spotify, Stitcher, YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. And if you're on Apple Podcasts, please give us a 5-star review so we can continue to give you the ish that we talk. And now that is out the way, I will not act like I'm on AM fucking radio. What the fuck's the deal? All of you ugly motherfuckers. What's poppin'? I'm here with you. We here together. We gonna make this shit pop.
What is the deal? Hey. Yeah, that's my bitch. What is up? This is the Ish That We Talk. I am Lily. I am the host of this show. I am with the lady that pushes the bells and the whistles, the creme de la creme, the best person to do what she does because she does everything. Let's give a round of applause for my cousin, my friend, and my co-host, Lindsay.
Hey, what's going on? Everybody get up.
Yeah. And again, this is the Ish That We Talk. We got the pleasantries out the way, but I want to give a big shout out to my individuals that watch us on Twitch, and then a super big shout out to everybody who watches me on TikTok or who watches us on TikTok. I started my TikTok a couple of months ago, and I am at 1,200 subscribers. And I want y'all to push over to the podcast. And I thank every last one of y'all. I went on this dad supporting dads movement, and my shit went from 300 friends to 1,200 friends real quick and real fast. And I didn't even expect it. So I love and appreciate all y'all. And I'm going to continue to give you the Ish That We Talk. Now, let's get on these topics.
Yeah, let's get on these topics. What should we start with? Oh, I know what we can start with. So, yeah, unfortunately, we have another RIP. We do want to send our condolences to the family of Ananda Lewis. Ananda Lewis is a media personality. She was initially, the first time I saw her was on Teen Summit in the 90s. Her and De Jour hosted it. And then she transitioned over to MTV, and she was an MTV VJ for a couple years. And then she ended up having her own talk show after that. So, yeah, a lot of us grew up on seeing Ananda Lewis on TV. Yeah, so unfortunately, she passed away this past week after she battled breast cancer. And we found out that she had breast cancer a couple years ago when she came out and told the world. And she wanted to spread awareness or whatnot because she waited until she was 47 to have her first mammogram. And she was under the ideology, which I didn't know that a lot of people think this, but apparently it's a thing. People think that having a mammogram brings on cancer. And that's not what it is. 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 Mammograms is a test to see if you have it or not. It doesn't bring it on. So, yeah. We're supposed to start, us as women are supposed to start getting them at 40, and it's supposed to be every year after that. But they do want males to get them too because males do get breast cancer as well.
Males do get breast cancer. I worked with a breast cancer survivor who was a dude.
Yeah, my uncle was a breast cancer survivor. My grandma was a breast cancer survivor. She had it before I was born though. But but my uncle had it. And he survived it. So yeah, you definitely want to get checked. And unfortunately, once she got checked, she was diagnosed and it was too late. I believe it was in stage 4. And then she wanted to do the holistic route,
Yeah.
And so, yeah, unfortunately, it didn't work out. And yeah, we lost her this past week. So rest in peace to Ananda Lewis, and our condolences again go to her family. Um, yeah, did you have anything you wanted to say?
I mean, the only thing I'll say is this. I mean, you will be truly missed. We gotta, not me being the person I am, I'm just gonna say this for my ladies. Just be aware. We love to play and founder with your titties. If you let me do it for a steak dinner, let your doctor do it to make sure that you ain't sick. Like, for real, for real. Like, all jokes aside, um, I don't want to have to mourn people because they wait to the last minute to get checked. And even me saying this as a man, because everybody knows how men do. We don't go to the doctor at all. But just because we don't go to the doctor don't mean that y'all can play the type of game that we play. Y'all are more valuable than I can put in the words. So make sure that you are getting those checkups. You are doing what you need to do because we wouldn't be nothing without y'all. And I'm not talking about you bitches. I'm talking about you women out here. It's a big difference.
Wow. Well, the bitches and the women, everybody gets checked, okay?
Everybody gets checked. Everybody gets checked. But y'all bitches know who I'm talking about. Y'all know y'all don't mean nothing to nothing, nobody. And that's not me being funny. That's me being the truth. But the real ones out here, y'all real ones, we love y'all to death, and we need y'all to be a part of our lives, man. We can't run shit without y'all.
Yeah. Yeah, such kind words. Thank you for that.
You're welcome. I try to be nice.
Right. Yeah. So, yeah. Yeah. So to brighten the mood, let's talk about the BET Awards.
Okay.
Yeah. Did you watch the 25th annual BET Awards hosted by Kevin Hart?
I watched a little bit of it. I ain't gonna lie to y'all and act like I watched the whole thing because I didn't. But I did watch a little bit of it. And then I was seeing some highlights of the shit that I didn't see.
Yeah, same. I ain't watched the whole thing. I ain't watched the whole thing, but I did see that a lot of people was impressed by it. It's weird because back in the day I used to live for an award show. Now I can live my life without seeing another one. But yeah, it sounds like it was a good show, but like you, I didn't watch the whole thing and I saw highlights. I did see the 106 in Park tribute thing because it was also 25 years since they debuted on the air. And
Yeah, so
they did good. They did good.
right. And so not to cut you off on that, but I will say that's one of the reasons why I think why I watched what I watched because they did start turning into not you know what I'm saying it was a award show, but they did really just turn it into an anniversary because all of the format besides Kevin doing his own thing, it was really 106 in Park again. And so that was nostalgia for me. So I was like, oh, okay, all right, I get this.
Yeah. I thought it would have been cool if they would have just done the award show like 106 in Park, like the whole thing, instead of just that segment.
Yeah.
But they didn't. They did a segment, and the segment that they did was real cool. I appreciated it. Everybody holds 106 in Park at a high regard.
Gotcha. Got 106 in Park was the best thing since Soul Train.
You think so?
I do. For my generation, again, I am a 42-year-old man. In my generation, 106 in Park was the shit. Like through all the hosts, even when Bow Wow hosted, like because Bow Wow was Mr. 106 in Park. Like
Yeah, he really was.
and, you know what I'm saying? And it's and then I'm being biased because 100% I grew up on Park Avenue in Kansas City, Missouri. So 106 in Park, I'm watching shit every fucking day.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, I know I sit on an island, but 106 in Park wasn't really my thing because I just looked at it as the black version of TRL.
Really?
Yeah, because I mean, that's literally what it was. It was the black version of TRL. Because TRL came first,
I give you that, but it was, I'm
I
always
liked it.
betting on black type of shit. Like,
No, I liked it, but that was back when literally BET was doing everything that the white channels were doing, but doing it in black. And it was just like I would really prefer original content.
Got you.
You know what I'm saying? So, and then I wasn't a big AJ and Free fan. I like Terrence and Roxy better. And again, I know I sit on an island when I say that, but it's okay. It's okay. I know I'll learn how to fish. I'll learn how to make fires.
I ain't mad at you for that.
Yeah.
I was a Free and AJ fan. Still a Free fan. Hated to find out that AJ was lying that whole goddamn time.
What was he lying about?
That shit. His hair wasn't his hair.
Oh, his hair.
Like this nigga was the original Steve Harvey, y'all. He was our Steve Harvey, like our generation Steve Harvey. That shit what he is.
How did y'all not catch on? Because he had designs on the side like every other week. Like,
I just thought he kept getting his hair done. I'm like, he in front of the TV, just gonna keep doing his hair.
But he had some dope dreads though. Like you got to give it to him. They were dope, and
so that was the thing. So I thought he was so unique because he had dreads and braids.
Right.
And so I thought he was hard for that because I'm like, that takes dedication and time because you had to go through an ugly phase to go get that to get into that phase.
Yeah. Unless you grew them all out and then just said, you know what, cut the sides.
Yeah, like I was like, man, listen, my sides are cut right now. I should just let my shit grow to do the same shit that HA fucking did to let me see that this shit can happen.
Right.
But I'm gonna go through an ugly phase. I'm gonna go through having locks and a fucking afro puff on each side of my head for a minute. But I'm willing to do that for y'all. I'm not even gonna lie. Because I have to show y'all that this can't happen. AJ lied to us for so many years. And as soon as he got a job working with them white folks, that real hair
it was gone. Right, it was gone. Oh, you want me to cut him? Oh, okay. Say less. I'm gonna do it anyway.
You gotta cut him. I'll take the shit off like a bitch take off a wig.
Right. Hey, I was gonna do it anyway. Say less.
So, yeah, that's that. But I did like Roxy and I did like Terrence. I like Terrence because Terrence is a really and this is no downplay to him when I say this. Shout out to him in all his endeavors, but Terrence is a real safe individual. And I liked him because even though the industry look at him as safe, he played on that and he really was shooting shots at people, including Roxy all the fucking time.
Yeah, he was.
Because they didn't expect it from the safe Negro.
Right. He definitely was shooting shots at her. I want him to do a Club Shay Shay interview and talk about their interactions on 106 in Park because I'm sure she could not stand his ass.
I don't think nobody could stand him, and I think that's why I liked him.
Yeah,
because they thought he was just square, and then he just started popping shit off at you, and he do it with a smile on his face, and so you kind of hesitate on TV like, what am I supposed to say? Because if I jump tough, then I look like the bad guy.
Right. So, yeah. Yeah, but yeah. But you hit the nail on the head with that one because he did used to pop it out.
Yeah, that's why I liked him a lot. But
Mm-hmm.
then Mr. 106 in Park, you can't go wrong with Bow Wow. I'm sorry, I'm
You
just a Bow
can't.
Wow fan. Everybody can talk their shit and say whatever about Bow Wow. I'm just a Bow Wow fan.
Lately they've been giving him his flowers.
And I'm glad.
Yeah, me
And I'm
too.
glad because I
I've
understand he a boosie
literally,
ass nigga, but he a
yeah,
boosie ass nigga because of he just happened to be famous his whole motherfucking life, y'all.
yeah.
It just is what it is. Like
Mm-hmm.
you would not be the same person you were if you grew up like Bow Wow. I don't care what you're talking about. You can talk all this extra, you can be all this gangster, or you can be this popping off, say whatever you want type of lady. If you grew up like Bow Wow, if you grew up like Boward Willard, you would be a different individual.
Yeah, yeah. I agree. And a lot of stuff that he be saying be corny, but it's like real talk. Like
It's just about
so it's crazy. It's crazy.
nobody can ever because nobody can actually explain the life that Bow Wow lived.
Mm-hmm.
Like, and only thing people can say right now is, "I'll Bow Wow be capping on his money." Wow, 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 wow. But Bow Wow been around 100 millionaires his whole motherfucking life. He had to,
Yeah.
because he
And he
always had
had
to
it
look like
too.
them.
Right. But he had it too. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I don't know. I mean, it's a curious case of Boward
Mm-hmm.
Woward. But yeah, he's been that dude. And then cause like he trended, of course, that night. And I saw this one tweet where they was just like, um, what did they say? Damn it. Oh, they was like, he has consistently been that dude and never puts on a bad show. Like you can't pull up one video where he had a bad show. And I
And
was like, you know what?
that's
I think
100%
you're right.
facts.
Yeah.
That's 100% facts. This is literally the dude that knocked off everybody in a Millennium tour and turned it to his tour.
Yeah, he did. Same thing with Scream Tour.
Exactly. Like this
Mm-hmm.
is Boward Woward is one of the best on stage personalities you're ever going to meet in your
Right.
life. And
Right.
you have to respect that. And
You
not
have
only
to.
can he do that, he can turn around at 5'1.5" and act his ass off.
Right. Right.
You gotta give him
Yeah.
that.
Because
And
when you can act good under Tyler Perry, you're seasoned at this point.
you're an
You know what
amazing
I'm
the
saying?
fact that he lost that pregnant baby face showed attest to
But
just the prowess of who Boward Woward is. Like, you have to love Boward. Well, I love Bow Wow. I can't bullshit y'all and say anything extra. That's my dude. I've been liking that nigga since he was a kid. We both grown now. That's my guy. If I ever seen him in real life, I'm taking pictures because that's an icon.
right, 100%. 100%. And I've been a fan since Beware of Dog. Let's be clear, because I was bumping that shit with the 2 tens in the back. Like I was kicking it to that album. And I felt so weird because I'm like, I'm a whole 16-year-old
You
and
know
I'm
what I'm
playing
saying?
a 13-year-old album. But I ain't care because that shit went hard. So yeah.
Shout out to
Like
Mr.
I
106
like
in
Bow
Park.
Wow. Yeah. So yeah.
Shout out
Shout
to
out to him.
Bartholomew Willington, aka Bow Wow. You are the man, dog. Like, real shit, nigga. You did and then just to be like, most of y'all don't even touch the businesses that this man touches. Like, y'all want to talk about everything about him and saying he a boosie nigga. At the same time, you gonna go buy your man his fucking do-rag. So like,
Yeah.
let's
100%.
just keep it a bean right there.
Right. Right. Little Bow Wow. They just don't know the way you move so fast across the floor. Me, you run through my mind like all the time to the point that I just want to take you home. Like them looks hard. Like,
Listen,
like, tell me you're not gonna get crunk when you hear it bounce with me.
you go listen.
Come on.
I,
I don't know
I
what to
said this
do with
last time we
me.
talked about Bow Wow, and to this day, I'm gonna say it to my lungs collapse. Everybody shuts the fuck up when "Hold You Down" comes on.
Yeah. Oh, and then don't let them play like me. It's getting like the repeat button is getting pushed.
Dude.
Yeah. So speaking of like me, that's one of the reasons why he was trending was because Sierra was in attendance and she did not perform that song with him. Now I don't know if they even asked her to do it or not, or if she respectfully declined.
Well, even
But it
Bow
would
Wow,
have been
said that
dope.
was BET's fault that they didn't contact her.
Okay. Has she said anything?
She hasn't said anything.
Okay.
But we all know that it is bad blood between them. Not on no extra shit. Like, not saying that they probably ain't hashed it out, but when he got up, when he was on his high horse, when he was quote unquote, when Bauer was being on his Boosie shit, and he was trying to tell everybody on stage that he had that bitch first. That, you know what I'm saying? That put a real disdain between them.
Right. Right.
And it was how he said it.
Yeah.
He literally said, I had that bitch first. Had he said something more respectful, I don't think it would have went where it went.
The blood probably wouldn't be as bad, but it would have been bad because you spoke on her. Because Sierra don't play that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, you speak on her, she's done. You know? Especially now that she a married woman with kids. Right. She's really gonna be done with you. You know? But it would have been nice, because I don't think we ever saw them perform that song. So it would have been nice to see them perform that song. Even with us knowing that they got bad blood, it would have been nice for them to come together. I don't think Russell would have had a problem.
I don't think Russ would have had a problem with it, but then again, I don't know. Russ seems like, if we talking about how Bauer is Boosie, Russ seems like a Boosie dude. Not only Boosie, but he looked like a Boosie ass crash out.
You think so?
To me, yeah.
I don't get that from him. Now if she was still with Future, I could most definitely see Future having a problem with it. He would have shut that shit down like Jay-Z shut down Beyonce and Sean Paul. But I don't think Russell would. I think Russell is more business minded than emotional.
So I think, because I've actually been around people like Russell, when I say he a Boosie ass crash out, and he won't do anything to nobody else. What he'll do is stop her from doing things. Like, he'll say, okay, that's it, enough of that. Just be at home and be a mama. Like, he'll be on that type of time.
Yeah.
Like that when I say Boosie crash out, that's what I mean. He'll try to end her career.
So you're saying that she would end up pregnant again.
You said what?
I said, so you're saying she would end up pregnant again.
Again.
That's what you're saying.
Like, fuck around and have 9 kids. Fucking with. Let her perform and start getting traction again. Every time she gets traction, he say, fuck that shit.
Well, her album's about to come out, so you know.
Oh, okay.
And that's the funny part about it, because like every time she loses that baby weight, she have pregnant again. He might be a hater on the cool.
I'm telling you, he'll Boosie crash out. This is what I'm saying. Like, never, ladies and gentlemen are watching me right now on every platform. Never underestimate the nonchalant man. That nigga quietly is a crash out, and he's slowly but surely telling you this is what he's doing.
He's so damn passive aggressive with his shit.
Yeah, I'm gonna just put a baby in you. I'm probably there 40% of the time taking care of these motherfuckers. I just don't want you to outshine me.
Okay. Right. Damn, I never thought about it like that. Like, yeah. Because literally every time she loses that baby weight, she got pregnant again.
Yeah. He don't be on he don't make no public announcements. He don't be on no extra. But just as soon as she show a little skin, that nigga go right in that motherfucking serve her raw dick and tell her, lay your stupid ass back.
Right, because that one outfit that she had at that Vanity Fair gala, that every man that had a microphone and a platform was pissed about. Yeah, a few months later, she got a pregnancy announcement.
that boy I'm talking about, nigga. He turned around and was like, all right, okay, I see you. Nobody else will. Nobody else will. It's a wrap.
Such a wrap.
It's a wrap, bitch. I'm a silent assassin.
Okay.
I'm a silent assassin.
Right. He running a marathon. Like, yeah. Like y'all crashing out now on these podcasts, but I'm crashing out and crashing in, and we gonna make it happen.
Yeah, y'all are doing it for the people. No, I'm doing it to put this bitch in her place. I'm really, every time she try to do this shit like women dissing, I put this bitch right back in this place.
Right.
You don't make them kids some food, shut the fuck up.
Right. Because you saw with his first wife, he was like, shit, you can go run the world. I don't give a fuck.
I don't give a fuck.
He ain't put not near one baby in that white lady.
I don't give no fuck. I don't care for real. I'm doing it for aesthetic. See, people like Russell, they do things for aesthetic. And at one point he had like that was the base. That was the quote unquote safe quarterback. I'm a black quarterback with a white woman, and I'm doing it for aesthetics. Mm-hmm. And now that I made my bag, I don't need her no more. I go back to what I want to go to, and I put that bitch in her place. Like, let's just be 100. That's exactly what Russ did. Everybody was like, oh, he corny, he this. Man, he got that bitch on a line. Like, reel this shit back. Hold up.
Right. You got too much dip on your chip. You better come back.
Got too much dip on your chip, buddy. Hey, hold up. I'll let you go outside and show out, and then I'll make sure I bring you right back in.
Every time.
That's every time.
Right.
What you not gonna do, because this corny ass is probably on some typical man shit. What you not gonna do is deny me, woman. And,
right.
And I'm not, and I'm gonna continue doing it until I put a baby in you.
Man, every time.
Every
fucking time, man.
And I'm not about to play no games. And your kid is my kid now, and he better respect me as that. Like that nigga bet not bring up the man that don't run this house.
Right.
Like he a quiet crash out. Like, you think Lil Future talks about his daddy for real in that house?
No.
Fuck no.
Mm-mm. No.
Fuck no. That nigga turns around and be like, what do you need, Papa?
Right.
He like, yeah, that's right. Right. Russell probably got the biggest dick in the yard. Wherever he stay, his dick is the biggest. He quietly is putting this shit down. Nobody knows what goes on in his house. But I can guarantee you this. Russell got a look that make everybody in that motherfucking house shut the fuck up because they don't know where he's about to go at that time. And he's methodical. Yeah.
He's definitely getting a big piece of chicken for sure.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. You don't even have to. He go in that motherfucker. He do that. This is how you know a nigga's a quiet crash out. When a nigga come in and he talk and everybody's talking, they doing shit, and he do shit like this. So that's what y'all about to do. And then he don't say nothing at all. If you seen that in life, you will see everybody in the house change up because they know, oh, he about to do something stupid.
Right.
He about to do something to fuck this whole house up. We gonna wake up and we ain't gonna have no TVs. We ain't gonna have no Jordans. He gonna be like, oh yeah, we're off the grid for the next 6 months.
Okay. He gonna take one battery out of every remote. Just one.
Just the type of time I'm on. And I got a movie theater, but I'm only allowed in it.
Right. Okay.
I bet not come in here and see your stupid ass in this motherfucker.
Right. He gonna turn the internet off between 4 and 8. Just, you know.
You better go read a book, sir. And I'm about to go in there and fuck your mom and give you another brother or sister. And you have a blessed evening. This is
He's
what
gonna take all the orange juice out of the house. Like, you're only gonna be drinking apple. Like, I can't. Right.
This is what type of time this man is on. I don't care what nobody says. I don't care what nobody said, because the reason why I say it is because, again, like you said, she is every time she goes and she pops up, she got to go back in for, you know what I'm saying, 12 and a half months. That lets me know what type of time he on, and I've seen it in real time. I got a homeboy who, quote unquote, everybody think is corny. That nigga run his house like a goddamn army. You can call him Boosie or whatever, because the type of time he on, and he just one of those dudes where I ain't gotta act like I could, you know what I'm saying? I ain't gotta show y'all I can act out. I'm gonna show y'all I can act out type of time.
Mm-hmm.
And he run his house like a tight ship. Like that's why I got the whole thing, because he'll go in there and be like, "So y'all ain't cleaned up nothing today?" And he'll just walk away, and all of a sudden you'll see everybody scatter and get some shit done.
Oh shit!
They know what type of time he be on when he do that.
Yeah. Right. He ain't gotta raise his voice or nothing.
Yeah.
So
it's like, nigga, if you want to be Amish for the next 6 months, you better get this shit the fuck up. Or ain't nothing about to happen.
Right.
I watched this nigga kill a whole trip one time. They were supposed to go to Disneyland. Oh no, we're not.
No,
we're not.
No.
We're not. He got bad grades. She don't even telling me she's sick because she cramping like her mama, so she don't want to go to school. She missed 60 days. You think I'm about to pay for these niggas to go to Disney World? The fuck no.
You know, and that's a point. I give him that. That's a point.
Yeah, and I did. I was like, oh shit, that nigga. But everybody be like, oh, he corn. No, he ain't. That's the realest daddy I've ever seen in my life.
Right. Yeah. No, I give him that. Bad grades and not even going to school. No, we not traveling to California. No.
I'm about to pay no money for you to act the ass and don't do nothing to hear.
Right.
Fuck are you talking about?
And Disneyland is expensive. It costs. Well, this was the last time I went, because they probably have upped the charge since then. But that shit was $100 a person.
Yeah.
Just for one day at one park.
It's about $123 now.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, he shut that shit right on down.
Mm-hmm.
He said, "Oh no, we ain't doing that." And he was like, "Nah, that money just gone. Like, it just is what it is." His wife was mad about it, and he was just like, "Okay, well, you take a trip on your own then."
Mm-hmm.
I'm not paying for it. Like,
right.
Just is what it is. And he didn't raise his voice. He wasn't on no extra.
Yeah.
He did one of these. You really think I don't? Nah, I don't think I want to do that.
Mm-hmm.
real shit. And
I would have been mad too, but I mean, you can't do nothing but blame the kids because they didn't do their job. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and that's the type of time he was on. He was like, man, his grades is failing. She don't want to go to school. Every time she get her monthly, she act like she can't go to school for the next 2 weeks. She done missed so much, and I hate to put your business out there. That's why I ain't said your name. But you know, everybody know who I'm talking about. But yeah, he liked that. He liked that for real.
Yeah, I get it. But you know what? Shout out to Russell and Sierra.
Shout out to Russell and Sierra. Russell is he's a silent crash out.
Right. He's a hater.
Silent crash out. Like that shit Sierra did with Jim Jones.
Wait, what?
When she crashed Jim Jones' interview and was talking about how he needs to get married to Chrissy. You didn't see that?
I didn't see it. I heard about it.
Oh yeah, I seen it, and she did. She crashed that. She right there. She was like, y'all dope, y'all this, y'all that. Y'all get married. You know why? Because Russell has brainwashed her into believing this type of shit. Because you don't get into people's business like that. But this is what the silent crash out nigga did. He didn't brainwash her to say, "Oh no, they need to be married."
Yeah.
And why are you hanging out with people that are not married? I don't understand that. I don't get it.
You know, I don't understand it either. Cause okay, y'all, we watched them, you know, get engaged 50, 11 years ago. Like, the whole point of getting engaged is to be married. Why would you have a permanent engagement?
So this is the thing. This is why I always say, man, we need to stay out of dick and pussy business.
Well, I agree with that.
You know
but
I know you agree with it. I'm just talking to the audience. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I didn't mean to cut you up, but it's like, we got to understand that we can't choose whatever people want to go through. If everything, some things are just for aesthetics, and that was one of those things where they did it because it was a pressure. Stop letting the pressure be out. If y'all want to be together for 30 years and not tie the night, fine.
Yes. If that's what you want to do, that's what you want to do. I'm talking about specifically getting engaged and it being a permanent engagement. That's what I'm talking about, because y'all just go together.
Yeah, I mean, but again, it was just because of pressure. They are permanently engaged because of pressure. They didn't have to get engaged. Period. The reason why they did it is because everybody was in Chrissy's ear about some dumb shit.
You think that's what it was?
Yeah, 100%. And it's one of those things. As a I can only say, I only contest to a man. When the women got friends that put pressure on them like that, then they come in and they put pressure on you. So a man would just be like, "Fuck it, man. Here you go." You know what I'm saying? And just to like get that shit off of them, like I don't. But in the back of their head, or in the back of my head, just as a man, I'm like, man, come on, man. Like this wasn't even discussed. We know what I'm saying. We know, because they probably 100%. I will say this. They probably had a talk about it, and he probably said, "I don't want to get married," and she chose to continue to be there. And that's for anybody who is listening to me right now. If a man say, "I don't want to get married," and you choose to be there, you can't turn around and try to pressure him on that shit.
Yeah. No, I agree. Because if he eventually gets married under pressure, he's going to resent you.
Exactly.
You know,
you can't pressure him on. Let him change his mind. You can't turn around and be like, "No, this is what I want now." Because as men, we always go on this. This is how we started this. This is how we started this. You know what I'm saying? We said this. We said we were going to do. Now, I know life brings change. That's 100%. Men adapt to change 100%. But you're not going to pressure a man to do anything at all. You're going to get him to shut down, or like you said, resent you. Or he's just going to fucking leave you if you put too much pressure on him.
Yeah. Yeah. But it's like, you have to, I mean, at the end of the day, you have to choose you first, and you shouldn't change what you want for somebody else.
100%.
And if that's ultimately what you want, you need to be with somebody that's like-minded.
Yep.
And
100%.
You have to pick, like, you have to come to your own ultimatum. Like, is you being in this relationship more important than the goal that you wanted for 10 years? You know, like, are you gonna be okay to live your life and with the potential of never being married? You know, because that's a potential. If you're with a person that don't want to get married, they may come around, and then again they may not. But you know what it is. You know, so
yeah, you gotta, man. You people just have to understand that you can't make nobody do anything. Like, you know what I'm saying? It has to be one of those things where it's either equal or y'all move past it. I'm not saying y'all gotta hate each other after that, or y'all gotta have ill will against each other. It's just y'all don't see eye to eye, and that's fine. The whole thing about, for anybody to be in a situationship, a relationship, a partnership, a marriage, you have to be equally yoked. Period.
yeah.
Not even being on no biblical sense, because everybody goes to the Bible when I say that. But this is just real time. If you're going to, being in any type of relationship is a business. That business is supposed to thrive. So y'all have to have common goals. If y'all don't, then this is not a successful, sustainable business. And that's when divorce happens.
Yeah. Yeah.
So if you're going to get married, you need to be equally yoked. If not, just be cool with that bitch being over there.
Yeah.
And that's just it. That's all. Yeah. I respect people that, know what I'm saying, that I see they're in their 50s and 60s and they've been messing with somebody for 10 plus years and they still have their own place because they know deep down we're not equally yoked.
Yeah. Yeah. Or this is the way it works. You know, because like everybody's not meant to have that traditional relationship. So sometimes that works for them to have their own residence.
Yep.
You know, it's married people that have their own bedrooms and the shit works.
I 100% agree with that.
Yeah.
I think any marriage, I don't care how good your marriage is, I think it should be in a situation when y'all do get y'all house, where like you got a room and she got a room.
Yeah, I would most definitely have to have my own space.
You know what I'm saying? I believe that's, I think that is something that everybody acts like that's a wrong thing to do, but I'm like, man, so you telling me if I know I don't like the way you sleep, I still gotta hunker up behind you every night? Fuck no.
Yeah, but not even.
I'm not saying I don't love you. I just don't want to know. I just, you flip and flop, you hot all the time. You want to put your fucking, like, it's a sensory overload when you're trying to sleep and somebody is annoying you.
Yeah, yeah.
And that's man or woman, because a woman can tell you 1,000 things that they don't like about a nigga sleeping. So just let me sleep in my own room.
Yeah. Yeah. But not even necessarily that. Like, I would just need, like, you know how folks have man caves and she sheds. Like, that's what I'm talking about. Like,
yeah,
I would need my own space, like a place that can't nobody bother me. This is mine. I decorate it the way I want. I watch what I want. You know, like, I eat what I want. Like, leave me alone. Like, you need your own space. So that's what I'm talking about. Just that alone. But like, if it gets to the point where you need to have your own bedroom, then so be it. Like, I mean, you orchestrate your relationship how you want your relationship to look, and can't nobody tell you how your relationship should look.
Exactly.
You know,
and let's just keep it a total being. And if you were able, and this is me talking, I am a former fuck nigga. Just in all shapes and forms. I'm just not gonna lie about anything. Yeah, I'm a former fuck nigga. So as a former fuck nigga, I will say this off the flip. If someone can tame you to be on, know what I'm saying, the type of time that they need you to be on, they're gonna need their own space. You're gonna need your own space, because you know what you used to? Fucking and going home and sleeping in your own bed. So it's a double whammy. I can go in, I can do some extra. I give you 3 minutes of satisfaction, and then I go into my room and think I'm the king. Like,
I can't.
That's shit. You go home think you Big Dick Willie.
Right. It was like, oh, see you in the morning.
Yeah. Yeah. You know you did a good job if you wake up and you smell food in the morning. Yeah, hell yeah. Yeah.
I guess it's a bad job when they be like, man, go in there and fix your own cereal.
Right. you know you got to work on some things. You wake up and you don't smell not shit popping. And she been up for 2 hours. She ain't even cooked her own meal. She's so mad at last night.
Right. She got up, got dressed, went to the gym, you know, came back, you know, she went to Home Depot and shit. Like, right.
You wake up and you be like, damn, is that French toast? Oh yeah. Whatever you did last night, nigga, remember it.
Right. Noted. Right. But you know what? None of this was discussed on the BET Awards.
Welcome to the Ish We Talk. Right, this is what we do. This is what we do.
Right. So, yeah. Okay. So one more thing, and then we can move on, because Neither one of us gave a damn, but
no, we did not. No. We did not.
So, how do you feel about Glorilla winning that gospel award?
I don't want to piss anybody off. But I will say this. No fucking way. And and this is when you know, if you didn't know that BET was owned by white folks, now you know. No fucking way in the world. There's no fucking way. No fucking way. And I'm that's a crock of shit. I'm sorry.
Yeah, that was that was low key disrespectful.
Yeah, that's a crock of shit. And I'm not.
It wasn't low key. It was high key. It was high key disrespectful. And this is no downplay to Glow, because I don't know nobody that doesn't like Glow. You know what I'm saying? Like, she's very talented.
I told y'all a couple of episodes ago, Glorilla, and I got backlash from that, but I'm like, Gorilla's the best female rapper of this generation, because of what she does. She makes she makes hype. she makes gangster music, and she also make music that'll make a motherfucker hit a bitch with a chair. Like, she's in this generation right now, she's the best female artist y'all got.
I wouldn't go that far, but
I said it.
She's top 5. I give her top 5. But yeah, nobody that got a song talking about
from Tennessee and sound like she's from Baltimore. This is GOAT material.
I actually like her accent better than Baltimore, because Baltimore has the worst, but I digress. But yeah, nobody that got a song called Fuck Nigga Free should be winning the Bobby Jones Gospel Award.
No.
Like, what? And I mean, and the song is cool. It ain't the best song on Glorious, but it's cool. But it's not it's not award worthy. And it's the Bobby, like, they you know what?
That's why I said I don't want to disrespect nobody, but at the same time, that was a disdain on, if you were just gonna go there. It is so many superior, supreme Christian rappers out there.
Yeah.
And that's a slap in the face.
It is.
That's a slap in the face.
Right. It really is. And I'm not gonna go no further, because if I go any further, it's gonna get mad disrespectful, and I don't want to do that, because like I said, I really fucks with Glow. So
yeah.
Yeah, and I'm not mad at people speaking out, because Dietrich hadn't spoke out about it. And you know, people online was speaking out about it. Like, that was a crock of shit. So but yeah, of course, you know, the BET Awards always ruffle somebody's feathers in one way, shape, form, or fashion. So yeah, I guess that's it for this year.
Yeah.
But yeah, BET Awards. So yeah, next up is so these ICE raid protests. So we've been witnessing a lot of ICE raid protests all over the country. They've actually had some here. But you know, they mainly talk about California. You know, there's people that's protesting against these ICE raids and whatnot. And the ICE raids suck. You know, they suck. But that's not why we're here. Why we're here is because people have taken to the internet to really try to call out Black folks about not protesting with the brown folks.
Mm-hmm.
But the brown folks put the Agent Orange in office. who is the leader of the ICE raids. And he told y'all he was going to do this when he was running. So you voted against your own interests. Now you feel like they lied to you, but he honestly didn't. But whatevs. And now you want us to come lock arms with you guys and get shot by rubber bullets along with you guys. No. I mean,
no.
no. Like, he told you he was gonna do this, and now you feel duped because he told you what he was gonna do, and now you want us to protest with you for what we did, what we were supposed to do. We're 92. We're 92 in the game. We did what we were supposed to do. What else you want us to do? What else you want? Like
Listen, I'm all for black and brown unity. I'm 100% there for it. At the same time, I will say this: it was some of y'all out there for Black Lives Matter. It is some of us out there for what's going on with y'all. But it wasn't all of y'all out there for Black Lives Matter. And you know what we wasn't doing? Telling you to do it.
Nope. Honestly, it was more white folks than brown folks. But
yeah, my thing in a nutshell is this. And I want to be completely honest when I say this. Too many of y'all wanted to side with the other side. Like y'all wanted to be non-POCs. And now that y'all see that nobody really likes POCs, now you want to jump on the bandwagon and try to get us over there to defend y'all. We've been defending everybody. That's the problem with black folks. That's why we ain't got shit, period. Because we defend people all the fuck the time. Yes. We've been doing that forever. At one point, y'all need to figure this shit out. And then now when y'all get y'all asses handed to you, then come back and then we'd be like, yeah, now you know how I feel. You see that now. You feel me? Now let's do something together for real. Because the majority of y'all, I will say this. I will honestly say this from the bottom of my heart. Black people has tried to unite people of color for a long time, and people of color have been spitting on our face and jumping on the white man's bandwagon.
Yeah, I would vote for Donald Trump.
Now you see exactly, you know what I'm saying, what it is to actually be discriminated by somebody who literally needs you, my nigga. You see that now. So what the fuck you think we gonna do? And in immortal words of fucking of Nipsey, the fuck I want to bump your CD for? Yeah, man, I've been on this type of time.
Right.
Now y'all see how I feel. Now come over here so we can really do some shit. Period. Y'all doing it, and y'all want us to do that now. Y'all was laughing at us talking about y'all destroying your own neighborhoods. Go do that shit. Y'all doing it now, and you expect us to jump on that bandwagon? Man, come on, dog. Let's just, you know what I'm saying? Let's just keep it a buck right now.
Yeah.
I'm here for you, but I need you to go through that shit. You got to go through that fire in order to raise the fuck up. We've been doing it forever. Then do that shit, then come over here and knock on my door and say, hey, this is what we need to do. And I'm there with you, brother. I'm gonna jump right down on it because now we all got a common cause. But until then, I'm not about to jump on no bandwagon because you know good and damn well you shouldn't have voted for this motherfucker anyway because your grandma's illegal. You out your rabbit ass mind.
Dude. These motherfuckers don't care. Like, they are deporting cancer patient kids. They don't give a fuck.
Yeah, now y'all know who it is. And I hate to say it like that, but now y'all know what it is. He already told you. Nigga, not only am I going to deport them, I'm deporting the rest of you niggas. I ain't even gonna sit and just be like, oh, Jorge needs to go back to Guatemala. No, that whole family needs to.
Yeah.
That's the type of time that man on. And now y'all want us to be that kind. But at first y'all was just like, oh no, y'all say nigga all the time, but y'all don't fuck with niggas.
And that's why I don't fuck with them saying nigga. You know what I'm saying? Like, you gotta look at people's intentions behind that. You know what I'm saying? Like, they look at us like we're different. They look at us like we're beneath them. You know what I'm saying? They look at their proximity to whiteness and think that they're gonna be included as well. But no, them motherfuckers don't like y'all either. Like, I don't care how white you look, they don't like you either. And now you're seeing it firsthand.
And I don't want to be disrespectful to nobody, but it is, man. Come on, man. We've been protesting since protesting been protesting. Start losing people. Like, we've been losing people.
Right.
We've been losing people to these fuck niggas. And y'all know what I'm saying? And y'all been siding with these fuck niggas. So start losing people. And then come knock on my motherfucking door. And I hate to be like this, but when Mexicans try to call us out like that, I get real pissed off. First of all, being who I am and what my descendant it comes from, I understand that people of color gotta love people of color, but at the same time, Mexicans been acting funny for a long motherfucking time, y'all. Let's just keep it 100. Y'all been acting real funny, so don't turn around and act like you my motherfucking brother right now, bitch ass nigga.
Yeah.
Like, let's just keep it 100. It's a couple of y'all real ones, but them real ones ain't doing this. They ain't calling us out. Them real ones is just saying we been needing to unite. Because it's a couple of real Mexicans. I know some real Mexicans that love me to death like I'm their brother. But I do know some fuck ass Mexicans too that'll say nigga all day, but then they'll run and tuck their fucking tail if something really happens. So, man, fuck what you talking about protesting, my nigga. Lose somebody and then come to me. And I mean that. And I know I keep saying that over and over again, but I'm going to sound like a broken record because that's what I say in the streets. Lose some shit. Burn some shit down. Have your family be depressed and disoriented and dislocated, and then knock on my motherfucking door because now you know how we feel.
Yeah, and been feeling. But y'all didn't give a damn about us and our feelings or anything like that when y'all went and voted for them. But we supposed to give a damn now? No, it's too late. It's too late. So yeah. So tell your abuela adios.
Hold up. Like, now, hold on now. As much as you be telling me, you need to really back. It's so funny. I said that shit the other day. And so when you said that on live, I would have never said that on live. You said that on live. But I said that the other day, like, yeah, tell your abuela adios, because that's what's going to happen. Like, that's what's going to happen. And you want me to defend that? Man, come on, man. My grandma got her head busted open.
Right.
What the fuck you talking about?
Right.
For doing some shit she's supposed to do as a regular human being in America. Born in America.
Born and raised.
And got her shit busted open. Because they didn't want her to cross the fucking street. Are you crazy?
Right.
And y'all didn't say shit.
Right.
Fuck out of here.
Right. You know what I'm saying? They're getting bit by dogs just because they want to vote. And you up here voting against your interests. Fuck y'all.
Man, come on, man. Y'all act like that shit was so long ago. We got people living and breathing right now with scars and trauma of this shit. So y'all need the scars and the trauma of this shit, because then that's the only time y'all will understand that they not like us for real. Y'all listen to that song, but y'all ain't listening to the song. Y'all gonna have to go through it to understand that they not like us for real, and they never gonna side with us. Now, I ain't saying it ain't no good white people. I ain't never saying that. But just to be 100, the powers that be, those white folks don't give a fuck about you. And you keep playing in them motherfuckers' faces, and you keep jiving and shucking to try to appease these motherfuckers, and they laughing at y'all. They laughing at y'all right now. And they sending people that look just like you to stop you. That's what that's the whole thing in a nutshell that y'all fail to realize. It's still some brainwashed motherfuckers out there shooting y'all with fucking rubber bullets.
Yeah. Yeah, straight up. Just like how it used to be, the slave catchers used to be black.
Yeah.
You know? So,
Y'all ain't realize all skin folk got skin folk.
Yeah, it's a mental fuck.
I know that.
Yeah.
Like, you gotta until y'all realize that, man. Come on, that's when you start really fucking with people who will be on that real type of time. Because I'll be on that real type of time with you when you understand the loss that the real ones went through. Mm-hmm. Not the ones that, you know what I'm saying, that went on and drunk that white man's wine and put on them white man's clothes. I'm talking about the real ones that'll go down and not get a dime, but educate everybody to tell y'all fuck them people. Yeah. Even the white ones. Shit, we got some Bernie Sanders out here. Even the white ones. Until we realize that, because I ain't on no Dr. Umar shit. I ain't on no we gotta oppress all white folks. But the powers that be, we need to shut them down. Period. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So that's how we feel about protesting with you guys.
Not yet, y'all. Not yet.
Just no.
Now, when they start killing y'all in the streets, I'm gonna keep it 100. They start killing y'all in the streets like that, I'm gonna jump in there, because now I know how y'all feel, or now you know how I feel, basically.
I don't know. I don't know. I might just sit this one out altogether, because again, y'all voted for this shit. Y'all voted for this shit. I mean, but anywho, moving on. K. Michelle. So, K. Michelle, yeah. So she trended this past week, and I was like, why is K. Michelle trending? So I found out why she was trending. She had an interview because K. Michelle has gone country, and she goes by the name Puddin'. And she's been talking about going country forever, but she's finally out there. She's finally out there making music and stuff like that. And she's talked about the struggles that she's had as a whole in the music industry, but more specifically because she's always wanted to do country. And, you know, they put her in the R&B route, which she's done, and she's done amazing in the R&B field, but her heart has always been country. Fun fact, she went to school on a yodeling scholarship. Mm-hmm. Which, I mean, she brought up in this interview, but I knew that
brought up when she was on reality TV. She brought that up as well, and she even yodeled.
Yeah. And you know, she's born and raised in Tennessee, and you know, she's tried and true when it comes to country. But she doesn't get the respect or the recognition that she deserves. And she's really not getting it with country. But she's starting, you know, to make waves and stuff like that. It seemed like since Beyonce did Cowboy Carter, that it's been a lot of eyes on the minorities in country, but they have been there way before Cowboy Carter. Mm-hmm. You know? But yeah, K. Michelle did this interview with this lady who clearly did not know who she was interviewing. She just knew that she was an R&B artist that's singing country now. So she thought that she could play her in the interview and do that passive aggressive shit. And, you know, K. Michelle had to check the sleeves off of her. Yeah. And she educated her on who the fuck she was talking to. And, you know, and she did it in a nice way, which is wild, because we have seen K. Michelle over the years get folks together with her mouth. And the fact that she could have went in on this lady and she didn't shows growth. So I give her that. But yeah, this lady was mad disrespectful in the fucking interview. And it just shows that we still got a lot of traction to cover Still, you know, they still don't respect us no matter what we do. Like Beyonce has been trying to get that album of the year for forever, and she finally got it with a country album. They still don't give her respect. Um, at the American Music Awards, Shabuzi um, presented with this lady who said that the Carters practically invented country music. And
Yeah.
he kind of like chuckled when she said that, because what the fuck are you talking about, lady? But anyway,
I mean, it just baffles me, and just the genre of just music in a whole.
mhm.
Um, the disrespect black people get.
Yeah.
Like, black people invented what music is, period. Um, from, like, you got to understand that R&B and hip hop are babies, compared to what black people actually invented.
Mhm.
Um, but everybody took so much of our music and whitewashed it,
Yeah.
where y'all think we're typecast into being one or two things: hip hop and R&B. That these are literally like, um great 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 niece, great 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 nephew of what the fuck music we actually have contributed to. We are the base of anything that y'all want to listen to, from classical to country to rock and roll to pop to anything, like
Mhm.
anything, period. Like that, we are the staples of it. I'm not, this not being a humble brag. This is real big, push your nuts across everything. If it wasn't for us, y'all wouldn't be doing what y'all doing, especially in country music, period.
Right.
Country music derives from the blues. The blues comes from pain. Who had the most pain in the world? Us.
Yeah.
How dare y'all? How dare y'all try to pigeonhole a genre of music that we created.
Yeah.
We created that. The only thing I would ever give y'all is bagpipes and shit. But no, you can't pigeonhole country music from niggas.
Yeah.
Like, you
Same
can't
with rock and roll. You know.
you bet not try to take rock and roll from niggas.
Yeah.
Like, you can't do that. Like, I get you want to be the face, but don't never disrespect where it came from.
Right. Right. 100%. 100%. And I mean, it's mad annoying, and it's tired, late through, ran through, you know, like. And then what's so hard with giving credit where credit is due, where it's deserved, you know.
And shout
It's
out to K Michelle for not crashing out on that lady.
yeah. Yeah. Because that's the thing. It's like, soon as she would have crashed out and read that lady her rights, then she would have been the stereotypical angry black woman. So I
Yep.
100% commend her for not going there, even though she got her together, but you know, she didn't crash out.
Oh yeah.
So yeah. Yeah, but she definitely got that whole together. I bet you she went and Googled her ass after that, which you should have done prior to, at the very least, because how are you interviewing somebody that you know nothing about? You know, so. But we starting to see that more and more with these people that are just interviewers and not journalists. You know, and it's a big difference. It's a huge difference. Everybody's not a journalist. Everybody that interviews you is not a journalist.
In the immortal words of every black man that's been in front of a 24-hour investigation, do your motherfucking job. I'm not gonna do it for you. Do your job. What do you want me? What you want me to say something for? Do your job.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I don't have to tell you who I am. You should have did your job to know already.
Right.
I'm not about to say nothing to incriminate myself. or I'm not gonna look like a crash out. Again, shout out to K Michelle because she wanted to. You can look her in the face. When I watched that full interview, I can look in her face and tell she was like, "Oh, it is so many walls I can throw you into right now."
Absolutely, and wouldn't be wrong with doing it.
I just never heard of you. Okay.
Right. She was like, I never heard of you outside of what you do, but you probably just heard about me 5 minutes ago.
Yeah. What do you mean outside of what I do, ho?
Yeah.
Because if outside of what I do means you know I do music. What are we talking about?
Exactly. What
man, come on. Like the look, now I'm gonna be 100 with y'all. Yeah, I used to say K Michelle ain't shit. But I will say this: I've watching grown K Michelle, grown up K Michelle, focused on her craft K Michelle. That's a different K Michelle, and I respect that. Yeah. I respect that right there. This ain't this bitch want to shake the table. That ain't that K Michelle. Because if it was that K Michelle, I will be talking about a lawsuit because she would have beat the dog shit out that lady.
Oh yeah.
She'd have beat that lady until one of her titties popped.
Yeah. She would have had every right because that lady tried her life.
She kept trying. I think that's what she was. I think that's what she was trying to get to, because she was like, outside of what you do. I'm like, I think she thinks she's a crash out.
Mm-hmm. Right. And she knows she probably came from reality TV.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? She probably saw the Shake the Table clip. And she probably was like, oh, this is the person that I'm interviewing. They doing country. Like,
No shit.
So
you out of all people, and that's the thing, like, even if you're not a journalist, if you're going to be in a genre where you have to interview people, you have to know them in a nutshell. I bet you this country lady right there don't even listen to a lot of country. She probably got her favorites, and they probably don't like black folks.
Yeah.
That's what it seemed like to me. Seemed like she was one of the ladies that she got four country artists that she listened to. 3 of them are males, and they love America.
Right. America.
Man,
yeah.
We put a boot in your ass because that's what America does. Like, ass. What are we talking about?
Proud to be an American.
We should have built that wall. Like, what the yeah? Right. These are the people that she probably listened to. I'm
sure.
I bet you ask her about the Dixie chick, she'll be like, "Oh, I don't. They're too controversial. Shut the fuck up."
Mm-hmm. Yeah, 100%. 100%. Yeah, she doesn't look at Beyonce as a real artist. Oh, and then speaking of, so the Grammys. We're doing a little left. It's relevant, but it's a little left. The Grammys are now splitting up the Best Country Album Award. Did you hear about that?
No.
Yes, they're splitting up the Best Country Album Award. So now it will be 2 awards. One is Traditional Country Album and one is Contemporary Country Album. So Beyonce is the last person to win the Best Country Album. So and you know why they doing it?
I was about to say, like,
they're still trying to separate us, and you know what I'm saying? And it's just like, really, they made that much of a stink about Black people basically being in country music that they're like, okay, we're gonna split it up because they're not making real country music. When again, country music stems from Black music. So I'm not understanding why it's such a big deal. Well, no, I get why it's such a big deal because we're Black. But
listen, yeah. I when I say this, I'm not disrespecting nobody in the LGBTQ plus community. That's the gayest shit I've ever heard of in my fucking life.
Lord.
Come on, man. Y'all so mad that we winning in everything we do that you want to separate it. You still what was the point of desegregation, y'all? Because y'all still want to segregate us.
Yeah, that was just for stunts and shows. They want to keep us separate in real life.
Yeah, I'm like, God, like, y'all so mad that it is so many trending black country artists now that y'all want to separate us, man.
Mm-hmm. That make good quality music. You know what I'm saying? But
your kids love them. That's the thing. That's why y'all hate it. It's because y'all kids love them. You and this motherfucker talking about, you ever heard of Garth Brooks? They like, fuck no, daddy, but Shabuzi got a big ass hit right now.
Mm-hmm.
And y'all hate it.
And one thing about Shabuzi is that like that's like the longest running single, I think, ever or some shit like that. Like it's like it's shit that you can't deny.
Come on,
it's
man.
Shit that you can't deny. But then when you talk about their own specific award shows, they deny us. Because there's no reason why Shabuzi has like this big massive hit and he didn't win anything. And then Beyonce has this big massive hit of an album and she don't even get nominated.
I just don't get. I don't get it.
Make sense.
You know what? And this is 100% jokes right now. And you know what? I blame Lil Nas. I blame Lil Nas for this. I do. I blame Lil Nas and fucking Billy Ray Cyrus because they unified and they scared the shit out of these traditional white folks.
Mm-hmm. They really did.
You know what I'm saying?
Really
I just would it. This, you know what I'm saying? And it's not me downing a Lil Nas X. That was a fucking hit.
I love
the fact that you had your great white hype of a one-hit wonder jump on that shit. Scared the shit out of y'all. Scared the shit out of you. Like, oh my God, where's this music going? It's going to where it's supposed to go to. Where it's supposed to go. Back the fuck home.
Yeah, 100%. You know, they were so fucking shook off of that they forced Billboard to take it off of the country music charts. They were so fucking shook. You know what I'm saying? But it was a hit that you could not deny, and Billy Ray Cyrus knew that, and that's the reason why he jumped on it, because he was like, "What's going on ain't right." You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I don't care how you slice it. Old Country Road is a superior country song.
Yeah. And they wanted to get out technical with the shit, talking about, oh, well, he got 808s on it and this, that, and the third. And it's just like, dude, at the end of the day, it's a fucking country song. It's a country song.
Come on, dog.
Yeah. Like
you're
trying to get technical on that shit. And you making up rules that didn't even exist. Fuck out of here. Fuck out of here. But yeah, but ever since like, this ain't even jokes or me playing or nothing like that, but because that's real talk. Ever since Old Country Road, they've been on notice.
Yeah, they've been shook.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? I'm talking about niggas.
And that's a hit that you can't deny.
Brought that shit out like, oh my God, I love us so much, and I love the people who align with us so much because we put niggas on notice.
Mm-hmm.
And put y'all on. Anybody that's right now, I'm with my TikTok live. I'm on live with I got 1,200 subscribers. If out of those 1,200 subscribers, if y'all don't believe that country music should be represented and displayed and put on blast by black folks as well as good white folks, then you probably want to unfollow me, because I mean, it just is what it is. It's going back home eventually. Like y'all used to say a long time ago, y'all so scared for us to take over because y'all think we gonna do what y'all did to us. But I mean, eventually you just gonna have to bow the fuck down. It is going to be, and that's what's gonna end up hurting y'all, because eventually it's going to be a top selling country artist that is of full African descent. It's coming. It's coming. If y'all don't see that, y'all see it, so I can't say that. But what I'm saying is, y'all need, instead of trying to fight it, y'all need to just go ahead and get on this wave, because you can't change the future, y'all.
Cannot.
You can't change the future. I don't give a fuck what y'all talking about. It is going to be a little sincere come out, and you'll be like, what he known for? And that man gonna have a bop. Mm-hmm. And not only is he gonna have a bop, he gonna have an album that's a classic.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
y'all can't do nothing. Y'all ain't gonna be able to do nothing but dick ride after that. Trust me.
Yeah,
I've been listening to a lot of black country artists. A lot of them is coming with heat.
They do got some dope black country artists, you know. And shout out to Beyonce because she knew going in that it was gonna be a problem. You know what I'm saying? It was gonna be an uphill battle. And she knew that a lot of eyes would be on her. And so she been, you know, sharing that spotlight with other artists that probably wouldn't get the attention.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? So, you know, shout out to her. The best to ever do it. I see her July 10th. Hey.
But no, you're 100% right. And you probably are not gonna agree with this, but I'm gonna say Beyonce is doing the same thing that Noriega did in 2007 or 2006, where
With the
nobody, you
reggaeton.
know what I'm saying, when he brought that whole reggaeton movement through.
Yeah.
Because a lot of people don't give him credit for that. I give him credit for it all the time because he brought that shit through. When I realized it was niggas that was just like me, that was actually in the music, and then like it's a genre that you can jump on, and then these artists that was jumping on it, it's artists that I listen to this day. And if it wasn't for Noriega, I wouldn't have known
him. Yeah, you gotta give him credit for that. I just ain't in the reggaeton, so, and I was a big Noriega fan. But when he went reggaeton, I was like, you know what, this is my cue.
Nigga, it was, but you know, respect. Over me. I'm like, what?
Yeah, but respect to him because he did. You know, he knew that his star power needed to be utilized over here to put light on this genre. You know, so shout out to him.
Superstars from that, Daddy Yankee, Don Omar, Tego Corleone. Like it is. El Belbino, aka El Father, when he got famous, he turned himself to El Father. This nigga's a supreme beat maker. I'm talking about Looney Tunes, supreme beat makers, still making beats to this day for people.
Yeah,
like that. I'll get back in the car and take and get back in on the highway and say, it's gonna happen, people that don't like black folks in country. It's gonna happen.
It's gonna happen. It just is what it is. You know?
It's gonna happen. And I'm gonna act like a mad baby mama. Ha ha, you mad. I see you. I don't care. Ha 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 ha.
Bye, Bree.
And you ain't gonna see your kid, hoe ass nigga.
Right. Bye, Bree.
It just is what it is. I'm sorry. It's gonna happen. It's gonna happen, and I'm here for it. I listen to country anyway. Shit, you know me. I listen to all genres of music, so I can't wait.
Yeah. So
I'll surprise the shit out of niggas. I'll roll up at a shootout listening to some shit that niggas be like, "What the fuck?" Yeah, nigga, that's the time I'm on.
Yeah. Same. I remember going through the hood, blasting "Take on Me, take on me, take me on,
take me on,
I'll be young in a day."
Hey. Hey, that's a real bop to drive down the street with.
Dude. And didn't care. Wish you would say something. But anyway, shout out to K Michelle.
I like grown K Michelle.
Yeah. So, you know what time it is. It is time for our Diddy update.
Diddy update, body oil in, bust that nut in her. I'ma rub the chins. I'ma let a titty slide with the cum on it. Ooh, I'm a cock hole, but nobody know it. Ooh, I'm Diddy, I'm pretty, I'm love, I'm nasty, I'm cute, and all of the above. That nigga is wild.
Oh gosh, Lord have mercy. So, sidebar before we get into this week, last night I was like, you know what? I don't know why today I've had this song in my head, but I'm going to play it. So I played the video for Satisfy You. Remember Diddy and R. Kelly?
Mm-hmm.
Now, it has probably been since the song was on playing on the radio that I had seen this video, right? I watched that video. Baby oil everywhere.
Like, understand you like I do. That nigga, hey man, puffing this baby oil, man. Like,
oh my god, he was so shiny. Oh my
puffing in this
god.
baby oil, man. It drugs.
Yes.
Hey man,
When I tell
drugs.
you, I laughed
Wow.
so hard. Oh my god. I was like, this is horrible. Then when you get to the comments, oh, people are idiots. People are such idiots. Somebody said that this is number one on the Billboard cell block charts. I was rolling.
Man,
I was rolling. They was like, the concert in that jail is going to be amazing.
listen, I would see. Then this is why I know, God puts me in places where, because I'm just a natural asshole. I would not be. God forbid, I don't never want to be locked up. But if I was locked up and they told me Puffy was in this same jail and I was hearing everything going on, you know, the amount of fuck shit will be going on in my mind. The things that I would do, like I would just be on some extra shit. Like I would literally just, I would, and I hate to say it, I know, I pray with nobody try to play with me on no extra shit, but I would literally walk past Puffy looking shiny as a motherfucker every day. Like,
oh
so
yeah,
what's the deal, Playboy?
right.
How you living, Playboy? Boy, you getting gray now? Like, damn, I didn't know you was putting that Beijing in your shit, Playboy. Shiny as a bitch.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna remind you why you here, my nigga.
Right.
Like, you might not be here for a while, but while you here, I'm gonna be on some crazy shit with you. Just because I don't give a fuck, nigga. We both locked up. Like, what's gonna happen?
Dude, it's crazy. It's crazy. When I saw that shit, I said, you gotta be fucking kidding me. That was hilarious. But yeah. So this week was pretty eventful. It was a pretty eventful week outside of the task at hand. That's the killer part about all this. So outside of the task at hand, one thing is we got done with Jane Doe. Finally. We got done with Jane Doe.
Finally, 50 baby mama go home.
Basically. So she after like 6 days, they finally got done with her. My analysis on her being on the stand is basically she's a butthurt lover.
Oh yeah.
She's a butthurt lover. But she was down with the shit.
Yeah.
She was 100% down with the shit. And one thing that she did testify to was that she went to Vegas for somebody's birthday party. It was a famous rapper and their girlfriend. And she attended a freak off. The difference between this freak off and the freak offs that she was a part of was that the ones that she was a part of were private. This one was a public freak off. So they basically watched the famous rapper's girlfriend get smashed. And it was like, a crowd. It was like a small, intimate crowd watching her get smashed by another person, they did not say on the stand specifically who this famous rapper was. But people started putting two and two together and came up with it being Kanye.
Yeah.
And his girlfriend, wife, whoever the fuck she is. So, yeah. They also said, or she also testified that this famous rapper came to her specifically and asked her if she knew anybody who would want to pretty much partake in this freak off. And she referred one of the escorts that she uses. So when Diddy found out, he was mad. He couldn't really get past it because at the end of the day, he's close friends with this particular rapper. So now, not only are you, going to freak offs, but you want to freak offs with people that I know. It's one thing when you do the freak off with me. It's another thing when you go to other people's freak offs. So, bitch, what are you talking about that you were being coerced into doing freak offs when you're attending other people's freak offs? And what are you talking about that you only talk to these escorts when I'm around, when you're conversing with escorts when I am nowhere around? And not even for our freak offs, for somebody else freak offs. So, and on top of that, y'all have mutual friends. So y'all really talk, y'all really converse.
The fact that it was another freak off. See, when I was listening to that shit and trying to watch this case, this whole week I've been trying to like really be focused on this case.
Mm-hmm.
The thing that fucks me up is as much as Puffy's gonna go to jail. I'm not one of those. I'm not dick riding Puffy. I'm not free Puffy. None of that. But I will say, man, this right here is so groundbreaking because it's something that we know been going on for a long time, but now it's getting put off in court where this is a common thing for the industry. We like for anybody that thought that Epstein shit was a fluke, this shit right here is the truth. These motherfuckers are literally paying people to go somewhere where they not supposed to be and do some shit that is wild to me. This is eyes wide shut in real time, y'all. This is real life eyes wide shut shit. Like, and nobody's even talking about it. They just want to. Everybody want to put in names and like fuck the names. Let's just understand it. It is really some real crazy fuckery going on in the fucking industry. Period. Like it is no way in the world. Nobody in the world should want to be team such and such or a relationship goes with any celebrity now. Because you never know what type of fuck shit these niggas is on.
Mm-hmm.
Like, this is crazy. Like, why you think motherfuckers... I hate to sound like this, but I'm going to be on my Jaguar White. Why you think niggas are so silent?
Yeah.
They don't want to get... They don't want their business put out. Like, and everything is coming out. Why motherfuckers sign NDAs now when they show up to people's house? Because niggas pull their whole dick out in front of them and be like, oh no, this is what the party's about.
Yeah.
Motherfuckers, if we got famous tomorrow,
mm-hmm.
you know how paranoid I would be when we get invited to some shit. I would be so, because I ain't got the money y'all got. I can't fight that shit.
Yeah. Yeah.
Feds come to me and talk about, hey man, we got pictures of you and French Montana. I'm telling on that nigga, man. Shit.
Yeah.
I'm telling on it. I'm be like, man, listen, this is what happened. I got there, I thought everything was cool. After 11 o'clock, all of a sudden niggas got shiny. I didn't know what happened. I sit in the corner like a scared bitch. It's just what it is.
Right.
Like, God dang, oh my God, man.
Yeah, it's crazy.
That's up.
It is crazy. Like the whole thing is crazy, and it's going down a slippery slope. You know what I'm saying? Because if he gets convicted off of the testimony of this lady, it's gonna set a bad precedent for relationships. So it's gonna be like, if you don't want to do anything, but your mate talks you into doing it, is that gonna be coercion? Is that gonna be illegal? Can I press charges? Like, you know what I'm saying?
You know what?
Like if you want to go to the movies, but your mate wants to go golfing, and you talk your mate into going to the movies instead, is that going to be coercion? Because I made them do something they don't want to do.
You know what? I'm so glad you said that, because you know it is something where now this is some I don't know who thought about this, but and I forgot the name of it, but I have to Google it. That you can actually sign like a way, like going out with somebody, you can actually sign a waiver on and of what we are supposed to do. Like we're supposed to do this, and this. And if sex is involved, you can add like the both parties, male, female, male, male, female, female, whoever it is, y'all sign this. Now the thing about that is one of y'all could turn around and say, no, I didn't agree to what happened last night, and totally throw a motherfucker up against the bus.
Yeah.
And put, know what I'm saying, possibly put somebody in jail or have them have to register as, know what I'm saying, as a sex offender because you didn't like what the fuck, how the ordeal went at the end of the night. It is so scary nowadays. If you don't have nobody, just don't have nobody. I remember my grandma used to say, man, shit, I'd rather be alone than deal with some of the shit that I see. And this was in the 90s, and she didn't want to deal with it. My grandma would have shot niggas at the door trying to invite her to do some shit now.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know if you remember a few years ago, back when the Me Too movement was a big deal. Aziz Ansari, the comedian.
Yeah.
He somebody came out and tried to hop on this Me Too wave and talked about this date that she had. And like she basically tried to get him canceled by talking about it.
She did for nothing.
Yeah,
I remember that.
But this was the thing though, because even women came out, like women that had their own news shows on news channels came out and was just like, you're downplaying the Me Too movement by coming out trying to hop on this wave with this story, because what you experienced was a bad date.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? It's not the same as, Me Too, but what she explained is basically what they're trying to get Diddy on with Jane Doe's testimony.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, we didn't buy that shit with her when Me Too was a big deal. But y'all are really trying to force feed us to buy this shit on the stand in this case, and that's not cool.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, but this and then this bitch, she's the most diabolical bitch I've ever heard of, and I'm gonna tell you why. This motherfucker, once she got done, she gets off the witness stand. She gave Diddy a look, and then Teeny Garagos was the one that cross-examined her for the defense. She goes up to Teeny while she's walking past and gives her a hug. Now, if that ain't some sinister shit, what are you doing, ma'am? Because the crazy part is that you were up there for prosecution, and you gave the defense a hug, the one that just broke down your whole story in front of the world, and you gave her a hug when you walked out. And then this is another thing, because not only did we find out that Diddy is still paying her rent, he also pays her lawyer fees. They came up with this love contract, so he was giving her $10,000 a month. She go out and gets this place to rent for $10,000 a month. So instead of him paying her, he just paid the rent people directly. She says that she got the place because of his standards and whatnot. So they instead of them going to the hotels, they can come to her house, which they were doing. And then she eventually gets on OnlyFans, and she testified that the most she's ever made in a month is 50,000, but on average she makes about 10,000. So they just pretty much broke down that you're not under duress to get your bills paid. You can pretty much pay them on your own with your OnlyFans. So whether he were to continue to pay your rent or not, your rent can get paid.
Yeah.
You understand? Your rent can get paid. So you're doing this because you want to. You're doing this because you want to, not because you are gonna be out on the street. Which again, I think you could have got a decent place for half the price. But excuse me, whatever. She
If
went
I
from a
was the woman,
1,400 square foot apartment, which is basically my townhouse, to a 5,500 square foot house, and then she only get like 5,000 in child support. So yeah, and you were picking the escorts. You were having no problems with having sex with some of them. You like some of them, you know. Now there was some of them that she didn't fool with, to where she would be like, I can't do this. She would help decorate. Sometimes she'll go the extra mile to decorate. She was doing stuff that she wasn't required to do. There was evidence where Diddy did not want to do a freak up, and she was pushing it.
so
So
this is when I say that this is why immunity comes in. This is a whole thing in a nutshell. Because she has immunity, so she can say so she can say and she can tell the truth basically.
yeah,
So she can't incriminate herself with the sex trafficking. But at the end of the day, man, let's just all be real. Like the more and more she was talking, the more and more I realized what this RICO case is. They're going to start bringing people in that willingly were participants, but are still going to talk about how they were paying for escorts to go from wherever they was to wherever they was. So
yeah,
and this is the whole thing in a nutshell. If you take dick or pussy in Virginia and pay for it to come to Cali, that is sex trafficking. It just is what it is.
yeah,
Now, do I think she should have been on the stand? I don't. I really don't think they needed
yeah,
her. I just think that's how the feds do. The feds get everybody scared, and motherfuckers just they roll over. Because if you're paying $10,000 a month and rent, you don't have financial sense in the first fucking place. So she didn't have enough money to really, you know what I'm saying, say, oh, nah, fuck y'all, and I'll give y'all a statement, and that's it. She got that immunity, and she went in and she put she helped put a nail in that coffin of this nigga buys dick from New York to bring over here. That's you know what I'm saying. That's just what it is at the end of the day.
yeah. And then also she did bring up that she thought he was bi-curious.
Which we all knew that though.
They've been
We knew that
for
before this
years.
whole trial hit.
Right, they've been saying that for years.
Yeah, that was one of those unspoken truths we've been knowing since Tupac was alive.
Yeah, yeah. And so I feel like he's scared. He's scared to explore the bi-curiousness firsthand. So he's doing it through women. You know?
I'm just gonna say this. Before even Jane Doe kicked in, before 50 baby mama even said anything, Cassie squeezing sperm out of her JJ on your nipples, nigga, you're gay. Like, what are we doing?
Yeah.
Like, why is this a thing? Like, why are we trying to explore it? We know.
Yeah.
So
I
when
mean,
she said that, we know now.
yeah.
We know you are dude, you listen,
Yeah.
and it's nothing wrong with it. Like as much as Puffy's a monster, I really want to, you know what I'm saying, go to the fact of whatever your sexual endeavors are, if you're doing it legally, it's nothing wrong with that.
I agree.
Nothing.
Yeah.
It's just not my cup of tea. But there's nothing wrong with that. I can't tell you what you can or cannot do in your bedroom if it's with consent and it's legal.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I will say, you a freaky nut ass nigga for that. At the end of the day, like, I cannot own that, because it's like, that's the thing. I can't wait for Young Miami to tell some shit.
But I don't think she got done like 50 Cent baby mama.
I don't think she. I
think
her bag was much bigger.
Her bag was much bigger. But what I think Diddy was doing at that point when he started having a harem, he had different women for different shit. And if you look at Little Rod's lawsuit, he pretty much said that Carisha was the madam. And I can see that. I can definitely see that. You know what I'm saying? She's young. She got young friends, you know, and they city girls.
I can see that. I can imagine the shit that she want to say, like, because she a city girl, and I don't want to typecast her at that, but it's like the shit that she's seen, and some shit that she probably even tried, because she like, fuck it, I'll try it, like that.
Yeah.
I
most definitely
that shit gonna be wild.
Yeah. Now I most definitely believe she got peed on. 100%.
Yeah, she got peed on.
Yeah.
Yeah, she got peed on. Yeah, she done juiced liquid babies out of her vagina onto that man's chest. Yes.
That's so gross. But
yes, she did.
But was she doing freak offs? No.
I don't think she was doing freak offs like that.
Yeah, I don't think so.
But I do believe she was getting. If she probably had one or two motherfuckers that she would plow and allow and juice herself for Puffy. That's Puffy's thing.
I don't think she was even doing that.
That's Puffy's thing. Listen, I'm a strong believer of if this woman says this about you and don't know this woman, and this woman says the same thing about you, that's the shit you do.
Agreed. However, that ain't the shit that you do with every person. You know, especially if you got a harem. Like I said, he had different women for different things. I think that Carisha was the chick that, you know, she was popular. She can keep him relevant. That's the person that he stepped out with. You know what I'm saying? That's the person that he was on social media with. You know, so that's like, he kept her with that. Daphne, you seen a picture or two of him, but he didn't really, and when she testified, he didn't really be outside with her like that. And that was one of the things that she hated, was that she wasn't the one that was outside with him like that. So that's the one that he kept in the hotels and in the houses and all that type of shit, getting freaked off. You know, he had Gina for a certain thing. He had Joey Chavez for a certain thing. Like, he had different women for different things. So I don't think that he was doing that with Carisha. Because why would I introduce her to some shit that she probably won't even be 100% with? Like, that's a gamble. Every time you throw that shit out there, because you don't know if a person gonna be with that or if they're gonna go to Tasha K and spill the beans. Like, this nigga made me, well, you know. So
I just don't know why anybody, period, would. But you know, we can say what we want to say about people, but like, that whole victim mentality is wild when you was doing that shit in real time. Like,
yeah,
hey,
you was doing it.
You were initiating this shit. And you know what I'm saying? It was you admitted to initiating some of these things.
Yeah.
So, you know, you drunk the Kool-Aid. All intents and purposes, you drunk the Kool-Aid. So it's one of those things where I think the feds need to start coming up with more suitable evidence for this drug and sex trafficking. because this jilted lover, again, it's just a jilted lover. That is exactly what it. I loved him and I did whatever, and I got immunity, so I won't go to jail with his dumb ass. And I was just doing it with him.
Yeah, just keep it real.
Like, that's all it was shown to me. Like,
yeah.
Like,
Just keep it real with the shit like that. I don't, because I was just like, this ain't going in their favor. Like, why do they have her here? And then this is because everybody was talking about Cassie being a star witness, but Cassie wasn't up there as long as this lady was, and it looks like this is their star witness. Like, and more than likely they're gonna rest their case next week, and then the defense is gonna have their turn. But yeah, like this whole week of her was wild. But yeah. So then we have that. We also have Kanye or Yay, however you want to, however you want to address him. Mr. West, he was in the building. So he came, there was rumblings about him coming Thursday. He did not show up Thursday. However, he did show up in his all white, might I add, Friday. Yep. So he showed up Friday. He expected to sit with the friends and family in the actual courtroom. However, he did not sit in the courtroom. He did not sit in the overflow room. They put him on a different floor in a, I guess, celebrity overflow room. And so he was in there for probably like about 20 minutes and then he ended up leaving. So he came specifically to just show his support for Puff. Yeah, which he has been showing his support.
He's been, and all, man, all jokes aside, he's been showing, he's been a day one. He's been a day one.
Yeah, yeah. And he said that, he said that they are one and the same. So if he goes down, then he was just like, basically, shit, I can go down for the same thing.
Kanye, shut the fuck up.
Right. He also called himself a cuck, which a lot of people, including me, was like, what the fuck is a cuck? Because this guy.
You don't know what a cuck is?
I didn't. I know what it is now. But yeah, it got used in the courtroom, and then he called himself one, and then apparently he made an album, and the album was named Cuck like a year or two ago. So Cuck is pretty much a person that likes to watch their mate have sex with other people.
Well, no, let's keep it a bean.
Okay.
Not only do you like the for your mate to have sex with an individual, this is where the whole sperm thing comes in. Could you like the ejaculation on you as well? That's what a cuckold is.
Gross.
Cuckold is someone not necessarily gay, but they do like the whole ejaculant thing.
And who even knew this shit was a thing? Like, I did not know about voyeurism. This is the first time I heard about that. I didn't know about this cuckold shit. That's the first time I heard about that. Like, you learn a lot of shit watching this damn case. Whether you want to or not.
I realized how much of a deviant I am, and probably why I didn't get famous when I was younger. Because I've been doing this type of shit, and I would have told on niggas. I would have told on niggas, man.
You would have been Quincy Jones to the shit, right?
I would have started telling on niggas a long time ago. Like, oh man. Teddy Riley's a freak. Hey, man, shut up.
Right. Why is this nigga talking?
Yeah, like
So
I've been a deviant for a long time. First time I busted nut, it sent me on a train ride to, to everything but doing some shit that I think that emasculate me.
Right. Yeah.
So I've been knowing about that shit.
I did not know.
I didn't. I hate that. It's one of those things where Puffy, because we all had an inkling of what Puffy is or what Puffy was doing. We just never knew. But the fact that we know now, and the fact that he's a cuckold, like it's one thing to be bisexual, It's another thing to be a cuckold, because that's in my opinion. For any of my cuckolds out there, I'm not disrespecting you, but in my opinion, it's really demasculating. It just, for you to want someone else's semen on you, it's weird.
Yeah.
That's demasculating as fuck.
Yeah.
Like, I don't care if you a train king. Like, all I want to do is run trains. Yeah. The fact that you like, when he like, I need to know when this man is busting. That is great. That's wild work to me. That's nasty.
Yep. And
for you to get mad because he can't do it.
Right. I'm gonna say you doc they pay when they can't.
My nigga, just imagine you looking over and you got a man doing you like this. Right. Are you about to? Are you ready?
Let me put it right here.
Right here. Like, and like really guiding you through and looking you dead in the face. Like, I would never be in a room when a man look me in the face and say, "Let me know when you about to bust." I'm immediately gonna stop.
Like, it's not gonna happen. It's not gonna happen.
Sorry, you done lost. I done lost some money, sir. Your wife just got fucked for nothing.
Right. Oh man.
My shit immediately going.
Right. There's no.
That's crazy, especially because he's in an erotic mode, so his voice gonna be out. Let me know when you about to bust a nut. Oh hell no.
Right. And I just say, and then this is another thing, because like, Kanye was about to, I don't know if he's still gonna do it, but he was about to open up a porn hub, like a porn company, and produce porn. So I was like, when you start putting all these ducks in a row, this motherfucker ain't lying. Like, he was really about to be in that shit, but it sounded like he was about to do it the right way.
Kanye's a nut.
He's an evil genius.
Kanye is a lunatic. Like, he's a lunatic, and like, nobody is. Somebody wants to jump in. Let me. I'm gonna see if they want to jump. Okay, somebody's jumping in on TikTok real quick.
Okay.
What up? Who just jumped in? Yo. Hey. What's happening? We talking about Kanye. You said what?
I'm listening to Rema.
You listening to Rema?
Afrobeats artist.
Got you. We talking about the P. Diddy trial and Kanye saying that he's a cuckold.
I mean, I'm not really trying to talk about that, to be honest.
Okay, you can get. We can jump down. I just seen you jumping on, so.
Yeah. No, I'm not gonna get involved in all of that.
All right, peace out.
All right, cool. See ya.
Thank you.
All right, next time.
Yep.
I don't know how to jump out. Hang on.
You out. All right, there we go.
Yeah.
You want to talk about Afro beats? Why would you invite yourself?
Apparently, that's what they do on TikTok. They just jump in and talk about whatever.
Oh yeah, this ain't the type of time we talking about. We talking about the Diddy trial.
Yeah. So yeah, So that's Kanye. Kanye showed up. Another thing that happened is that they wanted to get rid of a juror number 6, which they ultimately did get rid of him. But basically what the issue was that he did not live in New York. He lived in New Jersey. And it was a bit confusing. He gave, they've asked him several times. He gave several different answers. And what tipped him off was he was late a few times. And then he was, they started getting familiar with the people that work there. And he was having a conversation. He was talking about how he lived with his fiance and his new baby. But they live in Jersey. So some people heard him and they told the courts, because some people are mandated reporters when it comes to the courts. So they have to, turn stuff in when they hear it. So Because of that, the prosecution wanted to release him. Now, this is a black man. So the defense was like, y'all only want to release him because he's black. And so it was a whole back and forth about that. They was gonna release him, they wasn't, they was. So it's not, I mean, it's a big deal, but it's not a big deal. And the prosecution, of course, was making it a big deal. They was just like, at the end of the day, we want to keep the integrity of the court. And if he's lying about where he stayed, and we pull people specifically from these counties to be a part of this court case, then he doesn't live in this county. And
he had to go. That's all. That's not that ain't even. We shouldn't make it an issue of anything. It had nothing to do with him being black. It's the fact that you can't be in this trial, man, from another state and another county. It just is what it is.
Yeah. Because the thing is that like I guess he did live in the Bronx at one point, and he was living with like a relative, and his mail and stuff still go there. Like he technically, like on paper, still lives there, but in real life, he lives in Jersey with his fiance and his new baby. So like he would be coming from there and be late, and they were saying that he was like lying about where he really stay so that he could stay on the case. And which, I mean, shit, I probably would have did the same thing. I ain't gonna lie.
I would have did it too, but at the same time, I would have just if I got mail in the Bronx, I'm staying in the Bronx, babe.
Yeah.
It just is what it is. I'm a part of the Puffy trial.
Yeah. I wouldn't have got comfortable. I wouldn't have told nobody none of my business. Like I stay in the Bronx. But the defense, they put up a good fight. But at the end of the day, they went on ahead and released him. My thing is that if this is a Fed case, who gives a shit where you stay? Like, it'd be different if this was a state case. Then I totally get it. State of New York versus Sean Combs, you gotta at least stay in New York. Like, I get it. But it's a Fed case. But what else? So, and then another thing, because people
got to get judged by people, your peers, and your peers that have to be whoever is in that region. Like if you're in Sarasota, California, I hope that's really a place. But if it's not, fuck it. If you're there, then you're going to be judged by Sarasota individuals or in the surrounding small areas in that county. You're not going to get nobody from LA is going to come down and because it's a conflict of interest when it comes to that.
Yeah. But with a Fed case, they pull from specific counties, and he just don't stay in the county, But another thing is that when it comes to the alternates, because they do have a black person in the alternates, but you can't just be like, we're gonna replace a black person with a black person. What they do is they do a lottery, and if your name comes up, then you come up. So they do run the risk of getting getting replaced with a white person. Now, another thing is that the defense was saying, hey, the only like y'all probably already knew this from the jump. That's what they was accusing the prosecution of. And the only reason why y'all making it an issue now is because of the way that he reacts during this case. And apparently he was reacting to where they was thinking that he would be for Puff. So because of that, they was like, okay, he gotta go.
There's a lot of people that's gonna be for Puff. Like, let's just it's gonna be a lot. It's a lot of people. They just know they just probably playing that poker face. It's a lot of jurors in there that's Team Puff.
Yeah. So
he was just dumb. And that's not to downplay Jersey individuals, but he's a dumb guy from Jersey. Anytime, like he probably was in there like, gotcha, bitch. Like, come on, man. Calm down.
Right.
Relax. Relax, my guy. Like, just root in silence.
Okay, right. So,
Because at the end of the day, your guy is still going to jail for sex trafficking.
he's
I
going to
don't care
jail
what
for
nobody
something.
say. At the end of the day, that's just what it is.
He's going
Even
to jail
though
for
this is consensual, you can't pay anybody money to go to a different state to perform a sexual act through a business.
yeah.
That's illegal.
So, speaking of, as far as the charges are concerned, because we have the racketeering, we have the sex trafficking, we have the prostitution. I don't see them getting out of the prostitution part like that. He's pretty much getting.
And that's the only thing I see. That right. That
he's pretty much
because he paid for it through Bad Boy. So
well, he paid for certain things for the freak off through Bad Boy. He wasn't like directly paying for the prostitute.
So that's what racket they can hit him on that. With
they can hit him on that, absolutely. But
prostitution, he's definitely getting.
He's definitely getting the prostitution. There's no way around that. He may get the sex trafficking. We don't know. We gonna see when the defense gets up there how strong their case is, which I feel like they have a strong case. But he may not get the RICO. And if he does, but this is the thing though, if he does get the RICO, they can seize everything. Now, you know, Diddy is popular for putting shit in other people's names. Mm-hmm. It doesn't matter. So the shit that's in his mama name, the shit that's in his kids' names, all of that can be seized. And if all of that is seized, they will sell it off and they will put the money over to the side. And you know, he got 11 lawsuits from victims. And on top of that, they can determine who's a victim through this case as well. So these people can get paid from the money that they accumulate from what is seized from him. Not only can they seize all of his assets that he's put in other people's names, they can seize trust funds and college funds from his kids. They can seize everything and leave his family destitute because he was the breadwinner, because they don't look at who has the money now or what the intentions of the money now is for. They look at how the money was made. And if it all roads lead to Diddy making the money, everything is up for grabs. Now that part, I was like, that's fucked up.
Yeah.
And I got this from attorney Simone Redwine. She's on YouTube as well. Her channel is Girl, Is That Legal? So I didn't just get it from somebody that made a TikTok. I actually got it from an actual attorney. So yeah.
That's just wild to me. That is it's just crazy, just the whole thing in a nutshell of you lost it all. You have the possibility of losing it all.
Yeah.
Because you wanted a nigga from New York to screw your girlfriend and for her to like rub it on your chest. That is you're gonna lose everything because you're a freaky Jason.
Basically.
Like that is I'm laughing, but that's not funny.
It's not funny at all.
That's wild business.
And he made the money legitimately. He made the money legitimately. Like I feel like because this is so crazy because the RICO was created to go after the mob. Mob had organized crime. He has a legitimate business that sometimes he used for disorganized crime. But it wasn't like he set out to have Bad Boy as a shell company to hide his underground organization. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
he made the money legitimately. And that's the part that's even more fucked up about this whole case You know what I'm saying? Because they're making it out to be like he was this sex crazy maniac. But if you're such a sex crazy maniac, that's all you're thinking about day in and day out. You don't have time to become a billionaire. You know what I'm saying? Like when do you have time to make money moves? And all the money in regards to his sex crimes was outgoing. He didn't make any money off of this.
Well, it's the thing. It's like, okay, it's a business. So Puffy has a leadership board that is handling all of the stuff that needs to work for Bad Boy or Bad Boy Entertainment with the umbrella that Bad Boy Entertainment is and all those business venues. Puffy didn't touch anything on the business side anymore. As we see through this trial, I'm just drugged out doing what the fuck I want to do.
Yeah.
And my handlers are taking care of everything. Like,
Yeah.
we can say what we want about Jane Doe, but Jane Doe really put that statement on where it was sometimes he would come over and he just looked drugged out. Teeth was discolored. Face would be all fucked up. Like, this nigga was just drugged out all the time. And his handlers was taken care of so much to the point where one handler didn't even like her.
Yeah.
KK didn't like her.
Right.
But she was handling the business. She was telling him, hey, you doing too much, my guy. And then you got 50's baby mama over here doing too much, my guy.
Right.
Chill out. Like,
right.
Sit your high ass down.
Right.
Like, that's just what it is. We can talk about how he had enough time. He had enough time because he had everybody else handling business. Mm-hmm. And that's what it is. Everybody else was handling Bad Boy as a company. Only thing he was doing was dressing up when he needed to and going out and being the face of it. Other than that, he was going, getting his dick sucked or watching somebody getting it sucked.
Yeah. Yeah. He became more of a public figure as the years progressed. But it's just, but I'm still it's still crazy because at the end of the day, yeah, he had a lot of people, but he was delegating at the same time. So it's like, what? Like, I still like, okay, he had a whole lot of time on his hands to be doing all this shit that y'all saying he did, like, and running a business. Like, he may not have had his hands in everything because he delegated, but he still was running it to some form of fashion and being a father, an active father at that. Like, it's a lot that y'all are putting on this man. Maybe that's why he needed as many freakouts as he was doing, because he was stressed. Fuck, like, shit. Like,
I will not. That is Benji's opinion. I will not agree to that. I will not agree to that. That man, like you said, he was running the business. He was being a full-time dad and even a full-time stepdad. It just, what he did on his extracurricular activities just was foul. But I mean, case in point, we all know a dope head that does 17 things in the course of an hour. So, and you know what I'm saying? It's possible. It's possible. This man is on ketamine, cocaine, ecstasy pills. That nigga could make 3 flavors of Ciroc, make a boy band, and make an album in the course of 3 days.
Yeah.
Off of that right there.
Yeah.
So of course, his wind down was some freak outs. Some freak outs.
Right.
That's what happens when you're a drug addict. No wonder he was coming at her looking all disheveled. Because, like, I'm on a binge and I'm running a bit like we got to do this. We got to do this. We got to do this. We got to do it. I want the A&Rs and all the people that are behind it to talk about how he drove them to do stuff. Because that's why KK was so mad about certain things. It's because she got that drive from Puffy. Puffy was driven because he was high as a bitch all the time.
Yeah.
Like my crackhead uncle, I watched that man cut 17 lines and paint a house in the course of one motherfucking day. I know if he can do it off crack, I can imagine what Puffy was doing.
And he was on everything.
You know what I'm saying? I can imagine what Puffy was
everything.
doing.
Yeah. So yeah, what is this, week 5? I think it was week 5, 4 or 5, one of them. But
I know this is what trial date 20.
21 or 22.
20,
Yeah. So, but yeah. So, yeah. We like I said, I believe the defense will rest next week. They only have 4 days next week because happy Juneteenth. So, yeah, and they're expected to go up to July 4th. So, yeah.
Trying to celebrate Juneteenth in a prison cell is crazy.
Yeah, right. Can you imagine the program?
Man.
But yeah.
Like, man, I'll just stay in my cell, dog.
Right.
Or if Puffy was in my prison, I would just slide down the hallway the whole time. I would buy baby oil, just slide down the hallway.
Right. You have a whole slip and slide.
You know what I'm saying? I would be sliding by a cell like, he don't understand you like I do. Like, yeah.
So speaking of satisfy you, because that's pretty much the end of the Diddy update. But Diddy adjacent, they tried to hem your boy up, R. Kelly. They had a plot to kill him.
In prison?
They had a plot to kill him in prison, and it came out this week. So there's a man that's in prison with R. Kelly that pretty much told on the whole plot. This man is terminally ill and he's in jail for life. And they went to him. He's in jail for murder, I believe. But they went to him and they told him that they could get him out to spend his last days with his family if he kills R. Kelly. So the plan was that they were going to put him in the cell with R. Kelly. He was going to kill R. Kelly. He was going to get charged with killing R. Kelly. Then they were going to transport him to another jail. With the transportation to another jail, he was going to escape, quote unquote. With the escape, they were going to send him to his family and he would spend his last days with his family that way. And then they'll be like, oh, well, we lost him. We don't know what happened with him, this, that, and the third. So that was the plot. He said he came out and, told the plot or whatever. And he said that he was willing to take a lie detector test.
Lie detector tests are you can fake with them. So
you can fake with him, but the fact that he did come out and say this, and he's like, "I'm not lying. I can prove it with a lie detector test."
Who is they though?
Excuse me. Now that's the thing. I think it was like the COs or whatever that came to him with the story, and with the proposition. However, I don't know who the powers that be are that is trying to pull this job. So, yeah, but yeah, that it's a plot going on.
That's just a weird. I don't see no. I just don't understand. Like, why would you try to kill R. Kelly now? Like,
I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't know.
That's weird.
Yeah, I have no idea. But yeah, so he don't understand you like I do. He will never make love to you like I do.
R. Kelly, you better stop singing for you start singing for Shanks and that bitch.
Okay.
I need a Chevy. Give me a shiv. Like that, because you're gonna need it. They plotting to kill you, my God. God damn.
It's crazy. So yeah, that was our Diddy update.
Body oil, Diddy update. Body oil, Diddy update. Johnson and Johnson, rub it on my nipples.
Right. So, yeah, the jokes pretty much write themselves with this whole thing,
man.
And I have a final thought. It's gonna be a little story. And so yesterday I was in the nail shop, and my nail shop is also a barbershop as well. And so I was getting told about this story about these two individuals that used to date, but they can't stand each other. And it's more on the guy. He cannot stand that woman to save his life. And when he sees her, his whole demeanor changes. He gets to shaking. He acts like he's fucking scared of her. And it was a very toxic relationship from what I understand. They've been broken up for a number of years, but they weren't even together a year. And so when I'm getting told the story, I was like, well, was she making him do freak offs? Like, what was the problem? I was so concerned. And the whole salon just bust out laughing. Because I was like, what is the problem?
And why are you so nervous over this female, man?
Right? What did she do? Like, was she making him do all the freak offs? Like, I don't understand. And so the barber was like, that was a good one, Lindsay. I got to get that to you. That was a good one.
Her freak offs was crazy, man.
Okay.
Hey, I'm scared.
Okay. He is shook. He is shook to the point where he don't even date black women no more. He said,
oh, God dang. God dang.
Y'all hoes, I'm done. I ain't done. So,
oh, she scared the dog shit out of that
yes,
boy.
God,
Golly.
She fucked it up for everybody.
Well,
But yeah.
You a hell of a black woman for a man to be like, you were so bad. I'd rather see what a Czechoslovakian do. God. Whoa. Whoa.
Yeah, it's real.
I don't. What is her name? Because I don't. I'm gonna tell everybody to stay away from her.
I don't know.
I'll put that shit on live right now. Like, stay away from Stacey Crenshaw.
Right.
Crazy.
But yeah. So that was my final thought. So Jerry's final thought. Take it away.
Whew. My final thoughts is this. We see what's going on in our community, in the world, what's happening with these protests, what is going on with this Puffy trial, and everything has to boil down into this: accountability. If you don't take accountability for your actions, it is going to eventually bite you in the ass. A lot of people lack this, and a lot of people don't like the truth put in their face, and they try to mask it. We see that happening with Puffy. We also see it happening with the protests. It's a lot of people that masked the truth for a long time, and now this is in their face. And they and the reason why they're going through this turmoil is because they never took accountability in the first place. We need to learn to do that before we end up losing everything, or not only do we lose everything, we end up being put in a predicament that it's not only going to be bad for us, but bad for generations moving forward. And I love y'all. And as always, take care of yourself and others.
Yep. So that was episode 162 of the Ish We Talk. And we will see you guys for episode 163. Bye.
Exactly.